Hey guys, it's Tia. Welcome to the video. Hope you're doing well. But today I'm going to be sharing this completely free Etsy research tool. Honestly, in my opinion, it's a little bit too good to be free. I mean, hopefully they keep it free, touch wood. Like the first time I came onto this website, I thought this was a free trial for something, but no, this actually shows you premium Etsy data for 100% free. There's no catch, so make sure you go register for an account using the link below. You can follow along with me in this video. I'm going to be giving some ideas about how I would use it to improve my Etsy SEO and rankings. I'm also going to be giving a quick analysis on the top Etsy sellers of all time, including the #1 Etsy seller as of today using this tool. So you can see what kind of strategies they're using and hopefully you can use them too. So stay till the end for that. First, let's take a look at what features they have. Etsy Hunt has product search, which shows you all the top listings for a particular keyword, particular niche, and you can filter by category, price, sales, and also these advanced options, so like raving bestseller and release time. Also has keyword search here. So if you just type in a keyword here, it shows you the views. So that indicates demand and the competition, the favorites and the sales. You can put this in a spreadsheet and calculate the demand competition ratios and then decide which tags to put in your listing. And also it shows you similar keywords. So this is a similar function to something you'd find in like Marmalade, Sales Samurai, all those paid tools, okay? And it also shows you the top 600 shops ranked today, so how many sales, reviews, favorites they have, and also how old the shop is. Now the data refreshes every 24 hours and it shows you the top 600 of everything. Personally, don't feel the need to see more than that. Plenty of data to work with. Now I think the main strength of this tool is your ability to see what the top Etsy sellers are doing. So you can keep track of the top sellers in your niche and also on Etsy as a whole. The data and the UI obviously isn't as extensive as paid tools, but for a free tool, it's a really good start. And also, if you can't afford paid research tools, you don't feel like you're ready, or if you're just starting out and you don't want to get overwhelmed by all the data, then this is a really good option. It shows you everything basic that you need to know for completely free. As you can see, it's really easy to use and it's definitely a lot better than doing no research, so highly recommended. One thing I really like is you can see all the top sellers tags, which is so useful. So you can see this in Etsy and you can also see more product details here, and you can export this to a spreadsheet if you want. So let's have a detailed look at this listing here. Now you can see all their tags here, okay? And if you click on one of these tags, then it'll bring you to an analysis. So what I love about this is firstly, you can highlight them all, so you can copy and paste the tags. It lets you see all the data at a glance, and it also lets you see all the tags the seller has. So if we go on this listing in Etsy, you can usually see some of the tags down here, but you won't usually see all 13 of them. So how I would go about using this tool is put in whatever keyword I'm looking to sell in here, so my main keyword for my niche, and then have a look at the views competitions, just validate that niche is reasonable to sell in, and then look at the related keywords, so the views competitions, and then decide which ones to put in based on this. I'd also search for my keyword in the product section and then make a note of what the top sellers are using. So actually, I'm not particularly looking at the top bestsellers, so you know, the top 20, I'm not really going to look at those because they're usually really old shops and listings that you just can't compete with. So what I'm looking for is the newer sellers, both in terms of shops and release date, the less established newer sellers that are making it to the top 600. That's who you want to be focusing on, because these newer sellers who get to the top, these are the people that have optimized their SEO already in their niche. I mean, some of them will be using paid ads, but for most of them, they have really optimized their SEO. So they've already done the research, probably using paid tools as well. So what you can do is just literally take their tags and title. Obviously don't copy exactly word by word, just take the best keywords from their tags and titles, and that saves you a lot of time doing research, right? Now, the title is the most important part of the listing, SEO wise, and this is how I write my titles here, okay? So if you want more detailed instructions, I can make a whole video on this, and this article will be updated. Find a link to this article in the description. And basically what I would be looking for is finding those 3 or 4 keywords that I've done research on, or someone else has done research for me on, and then putting them here in my title in these positions, okay? Copy and paste format, copy and paste strategy. But for the keywords, obviously check and validate first. Not everything works for everyone. You can also take inspiration from their images, so we can see more of their images. If we look in the description, and more data as well, and not copying but just getting inspiration. So for example, this person has put this information image as part of their images if you've validated your keywords. So definitely a very useful tool. Go and check it out. Now what I wanted to touch on was the top Etsy sellers. So we're going to be looking at mainly the top 20 here, and just wanted to give my thoughts on what I noticed so that we can implement these strategies in our own shops. So the first thing I noticed was that most of these people aren't star sellers. There seems to be only 4 star sellers on the first page. I don't know how that will change over time, but certainly as of now, it looks like star seller isn't really going to be affecting your sales, so don't worry about it. I've had people ask me about it, especially after I made that video on star seller, but I don't think it matters particularly. It's really just cosmetic. Obviously, these people are making a lot of sales, really difficult to satisfy every single customer. So if you get a few bad reviews, it's not the end of the world. Focusing on the SEO and the listings is still the most important, okay? That being said, most of these do have 5-star ratings, at least 4 to 5-star ratings, so do make sure your customer service is on point. The next thing is age. So most of these are started in 2014. You have some in 2016, 2017 down here, but most of these are very old shops. That does make sense, right? Next, the main category. So most of them at the top are selling craft supplies and tools. Gives you an idea of what people come on Etsy for. Mainly these little creative accessories, hand